Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakakadash.
I want to say the elders and our apostles of great millstone taught us the truth. And salutations around the salutations to the elect that's around the four corners of the globe. You know, we're here, you know, as the scriptures told us to do. Romans 12:1, you know, present our bodies as a living sacrifice. Come out here and proclaim this word, tell these people their judgment. Basically tell our people what's to come.
Start off with Isaiah 28:8.
And this is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 28. It says like Isaiah chapter 28, verse 8.
No, Jeremiah 28.
This is Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 28. It says,
no, verse 8. 28, verse 8.
Right, this is Jeremiah 28, verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence.
Right, you know, this is what our forefathers did of old, you know, going to great kingdoms, great wicked kingdoms like what? Egypt, Babylon, Greece, Rome. You know, we're in the second leg of the Roman Empire right now. You know, so we're doing the same thing our forefathers did. You know, we are our forefathers, you know, we're back in our lot, you know. And yeah, and we're telling, you know, telling these people that, you know, destruction is coming, you know. And what is the main, you know, it's going to cause the main destruction of this place? The thermonuclear missiles, which is the second death, you know.
This is what's coming.
Yeah.
Fire on all that.
Can you grab that Joel 3?
I'm going to read verse 9 real quick and then I'm going to grab Job. It says, the prophets which prophesied of peace, when the word of the Lord shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord have truly sent him. You know, and so basically, you know, it's a lot of guys, you know, prophesying different things, right? All right, but at the end of the day, you know, and we're gonna see who's really a true prophet, man, or who's really was sent by the Lord, man. All right, who's really prophesying truth, man. All right, but I'm gonna grab the Job, brother. This is Job 3, right?
Yeah.
That one?
Job 3, and I think it's 8 or 9.
In Job chapter 3, verse 8, it says, let them curse it. It's like, let them curse it that curse the day, who are ready to rise up their morning.
Yeah, Job 3 and 9.
Okay. It's Job chapter 3, verse 9. It says, let the stars of the twilight therefore. Oh, Joel. It's like, okay.
That's probably the way I pronounce this a lot.
In Joel 3 and verse 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up.
Right, it says what? Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. That's talking about the other nations, you know? It says, wake up the mighty men. What's the mighty men? The military men, these great men that's fighting these different armies, you know? It says, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Meaning what? The Lord is preparing, you know, World War III, you know, which is what they call it what? Armageddon.
It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong.
Right, these smaller countries that America used to bully, or you know, America is Babylon the Great according to the Bible. You can read about that in all of Revelations. But what? These smaller countries that America has been bullying for the longest have what? Nuclear capability. You know? You can name one country over there in the Middle East or any type of country they have some type of nuclear capability, you know, that you can read up on. North Korea, Iran, China, Russia, you know, Israel, you know, America itself has nuclear capability. But at the end of the day, what? You know, all these different countries have nuclear capability.
It says,
yeah, America ain't the big bully on the block.
Not at all.
That's right. It says, in your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say I am strong. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Right, the Lord is gathering up all these heathen nations to do battle. You know?
It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I send to judge all the heathen round about.
Right, the Lord is, you know, gathering up these heathen to judge them in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, which means the Lord's judgment. You know, everybody that fought against the nation of Israel, you know, the Lord is going to, you know, destroy these nations. You know, you can give me Malachi, I believe it's 4.
This is Malachi 4:1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven." It says, "All the proud, yea, all that do wickedly, shall be stubble."
Right, and that's the end. That's the end result. You know, it's nuclear war. You know, it's in the scripture. This place is described as what, the lake of fire. You know, when these missiles completely destroys America, this place is going to be a literal lake of fire. You know, it's everything that's in here, as you can read in 2 Peter 3:10. All these things are going to be dissolved. 2 Peter's the 3rd chapter. But I got something.
Shit, grab that Zephaniah 3.
Zephaniah 3.
Yeah, I think it's the gather the nations.
Okay, I got that right now. Want me to bring it up? It's Zephaniah 3 and verse 8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. But my determination is to gather the nations, that I may that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy."
Right, that's that thermonuclear fire. Not only you gonna have fire coming from the chariots, all right, who the world will ignorantly call UFOs. All right, yes, they're gonna be shooting laser beams and sci-fi looking stuff. All right, but that fire is ultimately going to be used with those thermonuclear missiles. All right, and the Lord's getting ready to judge all of these nations. He's gathering them up. Hey, if you haven't been paying attention to the news, you got the war going on with Russia and Ukraine, and Biden talking about tensions are higher than the Cuban Missile Crisis. All right, so hey, we're just waiting on that one false flag, or however they plan it out, to kick things off, so we could get to the next phase, which is the radio frequency identification device. Mr. Wagner.
Actually,
Also, I was gonna make a point too. Laying back off Australia, you also got that thing going on with China and Taiwan, and then the U.S. is backing up Taiwan. All right, but hey, they saying the chances of China invade Taiwan is almost basically 99%, man. 95%, like it's gonna happen, man. All right, and if that happens, then China's gonna back up Taiwan, because Taiwan is one of the main producers, for where America gets their microchip technology from. So like the brother was pointing to, man. Hey, it's a lot of things happening, man. Going into prophecy.
This is the book of Isaiah 9:5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." Back in the ancient world, you had mighty men with swords, clashing with swords and different things like that. But in this day and age, this war's going to be fought with what? But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And what has, burning flames and fuels of fire? Nuclear missiles. Even that scripture where it talks about, I have created the waste of the destruction.
It's like a Job. Yeah, the Lord is putting hardening the hearts of these kings. All right, just like he did to Pharaoh, he hardened Pharaoh's heart. All right, he's hardening the hearts of these kings that he set up to fulfill his will. All right, so this is all the Lord's will being fulfilled.
This is Isaiah 54 verse 16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy."
That's exactly right. The Lord has, put in the mind of these scientists, create, going back to, I believe it's like the 1940s, they created the atomic bomb. The Lord gave, these Edomites, basically the knowledge of how to split an atom, basically. They created the atomic bomb. They dropped it on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I believe it's called Fat Boy and I forget the name of the
Little Boy and Little Man and Fat Boy, something like that.
Little Man and Fat Boy. And ever since the atomic bomb was created, they have constantly advanced the technology. The Lord has put it into these scientists' minds.
Little Boy and Fat Man, something like that. Yeah.
The Lord has constantly put it in the mind of these scientists, to basically create a much efficient, missile. You know, today, you know, a lot of these missiles are upgraded. You know, these thermonuclear missiles.
Right, that was atomic.
Yep.
They dropped some atomic. So think about it. When America dropped those bombs on over there, right? That was atomic. That's big. That's like getting hit with a BB gun compared to what they got now. Think about it. Would you rather get hit with a BB gun or with a shotgun? So what happened back then, that was just, you know, practice compared to what's really gonna happen this time. They got nuclear. That's like 100,000 times stronger than that. Y'all gotta really think about it. You gotta understand, here in America, all of this, look left and right, all this is gonna be a desert. This whole America is gonna be wiped off the map, according to prophecy.
That's right. They got nuclear technology. They got nuclear technology. You know, missiles that can wipe out whole cities. They got a nuclear bomb that can wipe out Chicago. Man. One bomb. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or New York. Right. You know.
And on top of that, let's say which is gonna be hundreds of thousands of freaking bombs going off, because not only you have the nukes, you got like Scud missiles and the mother of all bombs, the Moab bomb. You got all these other types of bombs, right? But just understand the science of just one bomb, one nuclear missile. It'll blow up. Then you got, what do they call it, ground zero. Anybody in that radius, you're basically you just turned into dust. You don't even exist. All right, and then the people that got, you're gonna have people who are from a certain distance get hit with that flash. They end up like Sarah Connor and shit from the Terminator, all burning and stuff. And then you got the shock wave, that destroying wind. Get that in Jeremiah, I think it's like 50 or something. You got the destroying wind that it come through. So you don't even got to get hit with the fire. You get hit with that wind, and all your organs liquefied, bleeding blood. All right, it's the internal bleeding, and then you got the radiation, the fallout. All right, and that's just with one. That's just with one of them. Imagine hundreds of thousands of those. 200 million.
I believe that North Korea got a missile that could travel over here in like 1 hour. They said it's either 30 minutes or 1 hour.
Yeah, they got it's called it breaks the sound. I forget what it's like.
Supersonic?
Yeah, it's like a supersonic.
Hypersonic.
That it's like a low cruising missile, which your missile defense system won't even be able to attack, because it's the missile defense system fights the ones that come out from the atmosphere that are coming down. But they got low cruising ones that by the time you can detect it and try to defend it, it's too late. You know, the Lord gave the smith that blow up the coal, all right, the understanding to make these things. You got to think about it. How the hell you figure out how to split an atom? Like, that's bug. I can't even see a damn atom. Like, how the hell Esau in the laboratory splitting atoms and all? Like, you got to understand, the Lord put it in the spirit, in the minds of these people to create these weapons that He wants to be used to destroy this place, America, and other parts of the world.
I got one for you to say this. It's Proverbs 21:1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water, He turneth it whithersoever He will." You know, like the brother was going to. You know, and the Lord is, you know, the ultimate orchestrator, man. All right, the master planner, man. All right, you know, and he's it's a word that I was trying to get, but I can't remember. But basically, He's controlling, you know, every man like a puppet, man. All right,
Puppet master.
Yeah, He's a puppet master, man. All right, you know, and He's real artistic, you know, and pristine in His moves, man. All right, and that's what the scripture says. I believe it's in the Apocalypse. It says, "He doeth not move nor stir the times to the same measure be fulfilled." You know, hey, if the Lord wanted, you know, hey, the technology, because a lot of this technology is old technology, anyways. You know, but you know, hey, nuclear missiles could have been made, you know, back in the time of the Romans, man. You know, if He really wanted it, you know. But hey, He has everything set up in His perfect order. All right, and now we see, all right, things coming into fruition, man. All right, because back, you know, they just seen the prophecy happen and they wrote it down, man. All right, but now in today's time, we actually can see, all right, through the Holy Spirit of what these things mean. Because hey, we clearly see that nuclear technology is invented. ICBMs is here. We can see it, you know.
Shoot, we can see it, and a lot of those people that been dying over there in the Middle East from Esau dropping bombs on them, they seen it and felt it. See people blown up, and those are little toy bombs that compared to the nuclear bombs that are coming.
I got some. This book of 2nd Ezra 16 and 13. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
That's the spirit.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." Right, it just basically shows you that that nuclear missiles is prophesied in the Bible. You know, no normal arrow could shoot to the other side of the world. You know, like these dummies, come up with. You know, it's talking about thermonuclear missiles, being shot up, into the ends of the world. We talked about North Korea having a missile that could be shot over here, in about 30 minutes to an hour. You know.
No, read some more in there.
It says, verse 14, it says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth."
Right, oh shit, the wind is blowing like crazy. The plagues that are coming, which the missiles is considered a plague, the fire. That's Zechariah the 14th chapter. We can get that on deck. Is Zechariah 14 and what is that, 12 on deck?
I got you.
Yeah, read that real quick.
This is Zechariah 12 and verse 14.
14 and 12.
Oh, sorry, 14 and 12. It says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes. Their tongue shall also consume away in their mouth. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great turmoil from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor."
So the fire that's to come, that's the Sarah verse. Their tongue shall melt away in their mouth. Their eyes shall consume away in their holes while they stand. All right. Shoot, by the time that happens, the person dropped dead on the ground and dies. But what fire could do that is the nuclear fire. All right. The ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles shot from one continent to the other. That's what Ezra was explaining. He seen my arrow shot. All right. So those plagues, go back to that 2nd Ezra. Those plagues, all right, is gonna be the fire that's gonna come. All right.
I'm gonna start back at the top of 2nd Ezra 13.
Where'd you leave off at?
Verse 15.
Read 14 again.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra 16 and 14. It says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again."
Right, they ain't gonna return, so it ain't like they gonna shoot the missile and be like, "Oh, we changed our mind. Let me type in the computer and make it come back." No, once can somebody shoot a bullet and then make the bullet come back? No.
It actually remind me of, I don't know if y'all seen X-Men Apocalypse. It remind me of what Apocalypse has. He was actually controlling the soldiers, and they was basically under mind control, and they actually pushed the button, and let the missiles.
Well, they get it from the scriptures, because that's ultimately what the Lord's gonna do. He's gonna put it in the minds of them to fire off these missiles. Go ahead.
Verse 15, it says, "The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth."
Keep on going.
It says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent.
That means don't cross the street when the hand is out.
I'm gonna start back. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 16 and 16. It says, "Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that are even so that the plague that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again." It says, Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?"
So Ezra is like, see, because he was seeing the vision. So he was like, shit, destruction is me. Who's gonna save me in those days? Meaning what? He understood reincarnation. All right? He understood that. Just like I think it was in like in Habakkuk. He's like, were you mad at the fish? Were you mad at the sea? And then he goes and says later on how he's like, how I wish I'll be at rest in those days. He's like, look, when that happens, I want to be in the spirit realm when that happens. And I don't blame him. Shit, you know? Because then you won't have to deal with all this madness that's about to come to this place. But that's it on that.
This is the book of 2 Peter 3:10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up. That great noise, and talking about that shall be burned up. It's talking about those thermonuclear missiles. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Right, going into that word conversation goes back to the word anastrophe, which goes into your conduct, how you handle yourself, you know?
Right, knowing that this is gonna be a desert. This is gonna be a desert. Like, really think about it, where we're standing at. This shit's gonna be burnt up, all of it. That's like your dad giving me that warning. How they say, I'm gonna put fire on that ass when I get home, and this ain't done. You know, like my mom used to talk shit like, I'm gonna put fire on the belt and I'm gonna spank you with it. You know, like that's a warning of what's to come, and you don't wanna be a part of that. So you're gonna do everything in your will, or everything's the will of the Lord. But you're gonna do everything that you can not to take a part of that. You know, that's why we're out here seeking out our own salvation with fear and trembling. All right, because this is all gonna be burnt up. So how are we supposed to conduct ourselves? We're supposed to get right before it's too late.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I mean, because that's what the scripture says. Where else shall we go? All right, once you understand,
right,
what's to come, man. All right, then what's the most prudent thing to do, man? All right, what's the wisest thing to do to prepare yourself, man? All right, unless you wanna be a fool, all right. But hey, in that time, hey, if you walk uncircumspectly now, hey, you're gonna see that it definitely wasn't worth it when these things begin to come to pass, man. All right. But I had the Habakkuk that you had quoted. This is Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 8. It says, was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? It says, was thy wrath against the sea that thou didst ride upon thine horses? It says, in thy chariots of salvation. It says, thy bow was made quite naked according to the oath of the tribes, even thy words a lie. Thou didst cleave the earth with rivers. It says, the mountains saw thee, and they trembled. The overflowing of the water passed by. The deep uttered his voice. It says, and lifted up his hands on high. It says, the sun and the moon stood still in their habitation. It says, at the light of thine arrows they went. It says, and at the shining of thy glittering spear. It says, thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst tread the heat in anger. You know? And so, hey, basically, when these nukes begin to be shot off, man, all right, it's gonna shake the world, man, literally, man, all right, and figuratively, man, all right,
That's what's that? Isaiah 13 and like 12 or 13 and 13 says that the earth is gonna rock to and fro or something like that.
I got something real quick. It's the book of Isaiah 34:10. It says, it shall not be quenched night nor day, the smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation. It shall lie waste, none shall pass through it, forever and ever. Talking about, the aftermath of America, why this place is burning, it's not going to dwell there, I think it goes into it in the next...
the only thing that's going to dwell in America is desert creatures, because this place is going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles.
Verse 11, it says, but the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it, the owl also and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion. and the stone of influence, right? The brother Yasharala was going into, you know, desert creatures is going to lie here. This is going to be the biggest desert, you know, on the face of the earth.
It'll be a big ass desert.
A memorial of how not to live. All right, hey, but and then y'all, you guys already had Sodom and Gomorrah, man. This is gonna be even worse. The scripture says Sodom and Gomorrah shall be more tolerable. All right, than the end of this place, man.
Get that? I think it's in Jude, where it talks about it was an example. You had something?
Yeah, I got something.
Go
It's
ahead.
Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 20. It says, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, it shall be removed like a cottage. It says, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. All right? You know, hey, so, that's right. Hey, you know, so it says, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, man. All right? And that just shows you how many ICBMs is going to be being solved simultaneously, man. All right? You know, to destroy these different places that the Lord has predestined to be devoured, man, by these ICBMs, man. All right? There's going to be so much destruction going on. The earth is really going to be reeling, man, rocking, man. The scriptures talk about this land being broken up into 3 pieces, man. All right? It's going to be a big desert broken up into 3 pieces because, hey, the ICBMs is going to evaporate all the water. All right? So, hey, it's going to be a big land broken up into 3 pieces, man. All right? And the earth is going to reel to and fro, man. And that just give you a visual image, you know, of the destruction coming. You know, you can literally see these things, man. We got the ice out to see, man. All right? And we don't want no parts of that, man. You know?
Hell no, I don't.
God knows.
This is the book of Jude 1 and 7. It says, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Right, so in Revelations 11, all right, America, which is Babylon the Great, all right, the daughter of Babylon, is what? Is spiritual Sodom because of the lifestyles of this place, the different lifestyles that's allowed to be lived out in this place. All right, the alphabet soup, all right, and then it says it was an example. It says that what they were doing, fornication and going after strange flesh. So not only were they doing homosexual acts, they were doing all wickedness of types that probably bestiality, sodomy, all right, going after strange flesh, all right. What's that? The Romans, the 1st chapter, the woman changed that which is natural, the man left that which is natural, you know.
And it's way worse here in America. You know, you don't know which is which.
Right.
So, and what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities round about? They got damn near nuked. Fire and brimstone. All right. However the Lord did it, he made it burn up. All right. And that's going to happen to this place too. But it said it was tolerable for those cities. That judgment was, all right, that was cool. I'll take that judgment. I'm not saying I'll take that judgment. But the ones that went through it, compared to the judgment that's coming, all right, that judgment was more tolerable than this judgment. That's a crazy. That's crazy to try to wrap your mind around that. It's like, how would you rather die, this way or that way? Like, oh, I'm gonna go with this way. You know, like,
right.
Like, you gotta really understand the Lord is not playing around with His judgment. You know, which Lord willing, we don't take part of that. But like it says in Romans 15, it says that things written aforetime are written for our learning. All right, so we can learn from that example. What? Not to be doing those things. But guess what? That lifestyle. See, I got to be careful how we got to say these things on this channel. You maggots,
Yeah.
right? A maggot. you maggot. These different lifestyles, right? You vile affections, all right? That was an example of what not to do. So the same judgment is gonna happen over here. All right? A maggot.
I got that Romans for you. This is Romans 1:26. It says, "For this cause God gave them up unto vile affection. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of a woman, burned in their lust one towards another."
That's why they don't like the Bible. It goes against their lifestyles.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, "Burned in their lust one towards another, man with man, working that which is unseemly."
It's unseemly.
Right.
You know it's bad. You know a society is effed up when people was actually discussing more than one gender. You know? People actually can't even answer the question of what a woman is.
Bro.
That's how far society, that this devil.
The Bible lets you know what a woman is.
Right.
It's a female, it's a servant. That's all it is. It's a female servant. To serve who? Her husband. God set the order up. That's why they don't give you a straight definition of what a woman is, because they don't want to acknowledge that you women are to serve your husband. That's the definition.
That's right. Hey, that's a female servant. You go into the etymology of it. All right. But it says, "Man with man working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error which was met." You know, and so like the brother was getting into, man, all right, these things is going on back in Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, and these things are even so more going on in today's time, man, all right, and these things are against, all right, the natural order, all right, the natural affection that the Lord has set into play, man. All right, He didn't create men to sleep with men. All right, He didn't create women to sleep with women, man. All right, that's why a man has a rod, all right, and a woman, has a hole, man. All right, they connect, man. All right, 1 + 1 is 2. All right, that's why you got like the brother making that. You got a plug and a socket. You don't put 2 plugs together. That's not gonna produce any current flow.
It ain't gonna work.
My parents used to make this analogy, back in the day, the Lord has created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Right, yeah. Hey, cause all things, all the works of the Lord are good, man. All right, it's all done in wisdom, man. But you people take the works of the Lord and make evil inventions.
Yeah, and they make evil inventions. They even go into the DNA of certain animals and alter them to make them act different. It's not natural. It's not their nature. But here it is, Esau, fucking Jurassic Park and shit,
Right.
taking the DNA and making a fucking mo frog.
Just bugging out, man. Bugging out the animals, man.
Bugging out animals and shit.
Now you got lions sleeping, male lions sleeping with other male lions. You know what I'm saying? And that's all under your control.
Taking out of their
Right,
natural
yeah,
habitation, their natural habitat where they're not used to those things, See, the lion is, so that means there's a gene that's like, no.
Wow.
They tried to say the vile affection gene exists.
Right.
Ultimately, God made you that way. At the end of the day, He gave you over to that stuff.
Right, and then just to make a point on that, they trying to say, we was born, people are born, they like to say with that gene, you know what I'm saying? But if that's the case, man, like you say, when you open one door, you gotta open all of them, man. Now, if somebody commit a murder, hey, you can say he was born that way, man. Or somebody steal, you can say he was born that way.
I was
man.
born into it. I got the death gene.
Right.
I got I got the murder gene. Esau got the murder gene. Shit, if anybody. But let's get back in the scriptures.
This is the book of Jude.
Read that again.
This is the book of Jude 1-7. It says, "Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering for vengeance of eternal fire."
Yep. So God gave us the example not to do it. Guess what? People here in America, Babylon, are doing it. So guess what's gonna happen? Fire. All right. As a matter of fact, read down in that Jude around the end where it talks about Enoch prophesying to Yahweh Shai.
says,
14.
this book of Jude 1 and 14. It says that Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints.
Right. So Yahweh Shai's coming with the angels, all right, in the chariots, in the clouds, which are the chariots. Go ahead.
To execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches, which ungodly sinners have spoken against them.
So they're coming back. Yahweh Shai is coming back to judge this place for all the ungodly deeds, which the act of this place being spiritual Sodom, all right, is going to be judged with fire because of that. All right. You can. What we're going to get? Revelations.
Yeah, I was going to read that Revelations 18. This is the book of Revelations 18 and 1. It says, Jude, the servant of Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Revelations. What? That ain't Revelation.
Oh,
You said wait.
wait, what?
Yeah, your shit tweaking. I'm like, Jude, Revelations 18 and 1, Jude, a servant. I'm like, wait a minute. Yo, phone.
I'm gonna just start at 2. This is the book of Revelations 18.
How did that do that? That's just book, bro. No, it says Revelations 18, but verse 1 is still in the book of Jude. That's bugged out. That's why.
Okay, calm.
That's why I was like, that don't taste right. Like,
Yeah, I had to reread it. Like, what? This is the book of Revelations 18 and 2. It says, he cried mighty with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great, which is America, is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Right, Babylon the Great is fallen. How this place is going to fall by thermonuclear missiles, which we were bringing out, a couple of minutes ago, everybody, all these heathens that's coming over here to do business, they ain't gonna be able to do business over here anymore,
That's right, man, because that's really, one of the main reasons, America is, valuable to these other countries, man, because America is a merchant city, man. All right, it's a consumer nation, man. All right, all these people from these different countries come over here and make their money and send them dollars back to their own people, man. All right, I mean, that's really it, man. All right.
look at everything you buy, made in China, made in Thailand, made in. It's not freaking.
Vietnam.
Yeah, it's not made in here.
That's right.
This place freaking outsources everything.
And then other than that, man, what else would America be useful for? You got these different people that come from these different countries when they can't do certain things, all right, such as openly be a maggot, or dress. These women they dress all skimpy, wearing literally nothing.
They got their ass and their titties out,
right?
thinking it look cute. It really, see, when you become a man in this truth, you see a woman coming out the house with her titties and her ass out, that ain't cool. And when you're a grown man, that don't even faze you.
That's right.
I mean, it looks nice, but it makes you look like a hoe.
That's right.
But
that's right. But I got that.
They
Jeremiah.
teach you that shit here. They teach you here in this place. They allow all of these different types of lifestyles and stuff. That's why this all the nations come here. All right, so they could do their wickedness. If you want to do all the wickedness you want, come to America. They let you do whatever you want here, But try to do that at your home country, and you might get stoned to death.
That's what we was discussing. Those that the disciples camp was that Friday. How all these heathen women come over here to do what they want. Try to escape.
They
they
come
lifestyle.
here to be whores.
Yep. Try to escape the lifestyle that they have for years. That the custom that they have for years. So they can do what they want.
Come on, Billy, that's critical race theory. Yeah, little Edomite boy was asking, what is that? The little slavery pictures where they got us hung on trees and burnt up. The mom, come on, Billy.
Right.
If you understand,
They don't want their kids to learn their history.
If you understand reincarnation, that was them that did that.
That's right.
Yep. That was Billy that did that. But
I got that Jeremiah. I don't know if anybody brought it out. It says, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying
That
wind.
we were recording here.
It says, and will send unto Babylon fanners, and they shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble, they shall be against her round about.
All nations are going to be against America, according to the Bible.
That's right.
All the nations are going to turn their backs on this whore. All right, and they're going to burn her with fire. That destroying wind going into the missiles. All right, shit. Grab Revelations. What's that? 7. We can still read in that verse 18, but grab 7, because it's Revelation 7 is gonna let you know that destroying wind, all right, is gonna be destruction, judgment day.
Right.
You know, it's gonna be when the missiles are shot off. You can start at verse 1.
This is the book of Revelation 7:1. It says, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding up the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
The wind, all right, well, clearly that's not talking about this wind, because we feel it blowing right now. So these angels are holding back the winds, that the wind ain't gonna blow on the earth, the tree, the seas. But we feel the wind blowing. So that's not talking about the literal wind. Go ahead.
Verse 2, and it says, I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom was given to hurt the earth and the sea. So
those angels that are holding back the wind was giving power to hurt the earth. So that's the destruction. That's that destroying wind. All right? And that's not going to happen until this happens. Go ahead.
It says, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
Right. So once the elect is sealed, all right, the 144,000, because that's what it's going to go into, right?
Yep.
It's going to, and that's the point on that. You can get back to where you're at. All right. Once the elect is sealed, then the destruction is going to come, which we believe we're damn near already there. You know, very well be already happening, already sealed. Just waiting for a few more prophecies to come to pass. Because you do have some of the elect that are already in the spirit realm. All right, because the scriptures say the dead in Yahushua shall rise first. All right, so they're not all going to be here.
Yeah, it says, verse 3.
Call back to the book and the chapter again.
Okay, it's Jeremiah 51, verse 3. It says, against him that bendeth, let the archers bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his burgling, it says, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye all her host. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. It says, for Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah his power. It says, of Yahweh of hosts, it says, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul, be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance, he will render unto her a recompense.
So, not only do you have people leaving this place, fleeing Babylon, because when you go into Isaiah 13, it says every man's going to return to his own land, you know, but also flee from this place spiritually. Don't be a part of this place, you know. Don't be accustomed to the, that's why it says you're how does he say it in John 17? He's like, they are not of the world, you know, but he's chosen us out of the world, but we are in the world, you know. So yeah, we're amongst this shit, but we're not supposed to be a part of it, you know, because the children of Israel are a holy people. So that means what? To be separate from all these wicked ass heathens. All right.
I got something.
And their mannerisms, like in their mannerisms and their ways, you know what I'm saying? And that's like by your conduct, man, the way you reason and conduct yourself, man.
You know, basically, you know, what the brothers are going into, you know, we are not of this world. You know, this is not for us. This is the book of Hebrews 13 and 14. It says, for here we have no continuous city, but we seek one to come. Right? We don't have no continuous city here in America. You know, we're surrounded by, this place is polluted with wickedness. Our enemies are over us, oppressing us, but we seek the one to come. And what is that one coming? The kingdom of heaven, which is soon, soon to be come on this earth, to be established on this earth.
That's right, man. Hey, we as pilgrims, man. All right, we just traveling through, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, hey, this is just a part of the process to get to our kingdom, man. All right, but hey, this ain't our rest, man. This ain't what we're looking to establish any type of eternal housing, man, or any type of not what we're looking to build, man.
We ain't looking to retire here.
That's right. You know what I'm saying?
Not want to build no Israelite communities, man.
You know what I'm saying? Store of generation of wealth, man. Because we hoping our children don't even have to, grow up in this place, man. This place is wicked, and it only gets more wicked by the day, man. All right?
Yeah.
But back in Jeremiah 51, in verse 7, it says, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, and so she may be healed.
This is your future. Destruction. All right?
That's right.
If you don't get right, this is your future. Destruction.
That's right.
How dare he say that, honey?
Yeah, man.
That's not the Bible.
Like they get all offended that God said he's gonna destroy your wicked ass.
But God loves me.
No, he don't love wickedness.
That's right.
That's why he wrote a book to let us know what he's gonna do to this place for its wickedness. All right, mainly you damn Edomites, because you're the damn problem. All right, the Lord's using he gave his word to let us know. Look, and it's like you seen the movie Back to the Future Part 2, where what's the dude's? I forgot the dude's name, Marty or some shit. McFly. He goes to the future. He gets the book, the almanac book that had all the history of the baseball games and the freaking yeah. He had like it was like basically a book that had all the racetrack, the sports, the football, the baseball. He took it to the past to try to get rich and use it, but the other dude, Biff, grabbed it. He was like, ooh, like basically he could see into the future.
Right.
Like I know everything. And he becomes like a billionaire and shit. But that's like this book, the Bible. It's like that almanac from the Back to the Future movie. It's letting us see the future. It's showing us. It's showing us the past, present, and future. So he gave us his word to do what? To take heed to it. All right. That's what Deuteronomy 28 said. If you don't take heed to my word, I'm gonna do this. The curses. And guess what? He did exactly what he said he was gonna do to us. He gave us a look into the future.
And it's a blessing that we can understand these prophecies, because a lot of people can't understand it. What's that? Matthew, the 13th chapter.
Yep.
It is given unto you the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Let me actually get it. Yeah, because it's truly a blessing, that the Lord, gave us the understanding, regarding these things. This is the book of Matthew 13 and 11. He said, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Right. The Lord has gave us, it started with our elders and our apostles, the breakdowns, to certain prophecies. A lot of these people that walk back can't understand it, because it was never given to them in the first place. 2/3 of our people was never given to them in the first place. To understand this word, to understand, the prophecies, like we were mentioning before, It says, let's see. But to them it is not given. Yeah, that was pretty much the point. It's not given to a lot of people.
Read up. Read why he even said that. His disciples asked.
Matthew 13 and 9, it says, who had ears to hear, let him hear. Verse 10, it says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? A parable is like a dark saying. And it says, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Right, so Yahweh Shai spoke to the people in parables. All right, so what? when you give somebody a riddle, not everybody gets the riddle. You know, some people don't get it. Some people do. You know, so the Lord made the book to see into the future, but he put it in a riddle form to where only a certain few are gonna understand it. Give it to Pastor Porkchop. He gonna tell you John 3:16, God loves the world. He didn't get the riddle. You know?
I got something real quick. Let me see. This is the book of Romans 11 and 8. It says, according as it is written, Yahweh
Read verse 7. Read verse 7.
This is the book of Romans 11 and 7. It says, what then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded. Right? Who is, Israel? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. What is Israel trying to seek for? Which is what? The truth. It says, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded. Right? The ones that the Lord wanted to get, got it, and the rest were blinded.
That's why we can see when it talks about the destroying wind and the arrows and the chariots, we can see what those things are talking about today. All right, because Lord willing, we're a part of the election, but everybody else is blinded. They're not going to get it. Here it is. You got a big ass chalkboard and put the whole formula on the board. X equals this and Y, and then break it down, and they ain't gonna get it. And good, because it ain't meant for them to get it, and it makes our chances that much more better.
Verse 8, it says, according as it is written, Yahweh had given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. Because what did the scripture say also? The Lord has, gave them a strong delusion that they may believe a lie. The Lord has put our people in, a delusion that they may believe a lie. What is this delusion? Christianity, Islam, Seventh-day Adventists, these different, doctrines that our people are currently in. That's that strong delusion that they believe a lie. So they actually believe these things to be true.
Yup.
But yeah, just to pick.
Wait, keep on reading that. There's more. There's more. But wait.
It says in ears that they should not hear unto this day. Yeah, meaning what? Our people are blind, our people don't understand. Verse 9, it says, and David said, let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them.
Right, and the table is where you go and you sit down and read the scriptures, make it plain upon tables, But so basically you can get trapped up in this word. Motherfuckers I'll show you how people get snared into this book. Isaiah 14, where it talks about Lucifer, right, the light bearer, and then they'll go to Revelations, where it talks about Yahweh Shai, the bright and morning star. Oh, Jesus is Satan. Oh, that's a snare. That's a snare, because you don't understand. You don't got the full breakdown. You didn't understand the parable. You don't even understand the word. You didn't go back and look up what the word meant. So that's a snare. People can get trapped up like that. Or the scriptures say, where Yahweh says, there is no savior, or I am the savior, there is none else, or whatever. And then they say, see, there is no saviors, it's just him. But then in Obadiah, it says that they are saviors. You look up that word savior, all right? It'll take you to the book of Judges, but it doesn't say savior, it'll say deliverer, which means the same thing. But who sent those deliverers? Yahweh did. So it still fits, but you just didn't get that piece of the puzzle to make it fit. So now you're snared up in the trap. So it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. They'll have you believing in fucking aliens anal probing you in a damn spaceship.
Mermaids.
And shit like that.
But
Verse 10, it says, let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always. Right, so yeah, the Lord has blinded 2/3 of our people from receiving this word, because it's not meant for everybody at the end of the day. It's only meant for a select few people. It says the scripture say, many are called, but few are chosen.
And a small remnant, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a small remnant, man.
Go to get Isaiah 6.
Got that right here. It's Isaiah 6, verse 9. It says, matter of fact, verse 8. It says, also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send and who will go for us? Then said I, here I am, send me. And he said, go tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Alright, and that's what we're doing, man. Alright, hey, we're breaking down these scriptures as Habakkuk tells us, making it plain upon the tables. I'm breaking out the prophecy, alright, lined up the current events with these scriptures, letting you people know what's to come. Alright, but hey, a lot of you people hear these words, but it's not mixed with faith, man. Alright? You don't actually believe, alright, that these things are gonna come to pass. Alright, which they are, man. Alright? Hey, but the scripture talks about faith was created with the faithful in the womb, man. Alright, you can't make yourself of the elect. You can't choose. You can't make yourself have faith, man. It's all preordained, man. All right, so if you can't get it, then 9 times out of 10, hey, that's not your lot, man. All right, your lot might be elected to be destroyed, man. All right. It says, verse 10, make the heart of this people fat and make their ears heavy.
Make their heart fat. Meaning what? Make their ass hard-headed. It says in what's that in Ezekiel? They make their mind like their heads as an adamant stone. They're stiff-necked people, you know. Make their heart fat. Make their mind. Make them hard-headed, you know, and make their ears dull of hearing. You know, they got ears, but they could hear, but they can't receive that message. You know, they got eyes to see, but they can't perceive. They can't recollect. All right, they can't foresee these things to come to pass. You know.
It says back in Isaiah 6 and 10, and shut their eyes. At least they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart. And convert and be healed. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without an inhabitant, and the house without man, and the land be utterly desolate. All right, hey, which is going into,
That's.
ICBLs, man. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Yup.
Hey, because in the kingdom, the scripture says we're not going to have to tell every man his name, but know ye the Lord, man. All right, all shall know the Lord from the least to the greatest, man. So we're not gonna have to do this. The scriptures call this it says basically I don't want to butcher, but I'm not butcher. This is foolish, man. Preaching is foolish, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? Foolishness of preaching the water. We come out here and we make ourselves look like fools, man. For Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. The scripture says we have become fools for His sake, man. All right,
Well, going also back to that Romans 3 and 3. What if some did not believe?
That's
I believe it's Romans 3 and 3. We don't give we don't care if you people believe or not. It won't change the fact that this place is going to be destroyed. It won't change the fact that what? Yahweh Shem Shai is coming back, to establish order.
Right, and that's right. Hey, the scripture says there's a shame that leadeth to contempt and a shame to everlasting life. If I'm saying it correctly. All right, so hey, we'd rather be fools for Yahushua than a fool for Esau, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and you people, hey, there's no reward, all right, for which would. There is actually a reward, all right, which is destruction, all right, Hey, but hey, the reward for the wicked, man, is everlasting life, man. It's salvation, man. So hey, which reward you want, man?
I believe there's a scripture too that says He confounded the wise things of this world with the foolish things.
Yeah.
All right. Roughly paraphrasing.
I got the scripture.
Yeah, that was
And they're doing that. What are they doing? They're gonna do a marathon? Oh, don't tell me they're gonna be doing that abortion shit over here. Ah, damn.
I did see a bunch of people with signs walking.
They're gonna come over here and try to promote abortion. Like, close your legs. There you go. That's problem solved.
Right back.
Freaking. See, America wants to promote whoredom and murder. Go ahead. That was it. She said something?
Nah, but I got.
Yeah, they got cut.
God.
My body, my choice.
All right, well, my nut, my choice. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my nut.
I got the scripture you called for. This book of 2 Ezra 12 and 36.
Oh yeah.
Thou only has been meet to know this secret of the highest. Therefore write all these things that thou hast seen in a book and hide them. And teach them.
And do what?
Therefore,
And hide them?
And hide them.
So he told Ezra, look, you're found good. You're found meet. You know, you're found worthy. Let me say that, because somebody said it's gonna be like, he said he's good. There's only one that's good. You know, they're gonna sound clip that, sound bite it. But he was found worthy to know the understand the things of the scriptures. But he said to hide them. Grab the Daniel's 12 real quick. And you know what I want, right? All right, go ahead.
Verse 38, 2 Ezra 12 and 38, and teach them to the wise of the people whose hearts, which is a representation of your mind, thou knowest may comprehend and keep these secrets.
Did he say teach them to everybody? No, teach them to the wise. You know, the ones who you know may comprehend these things. You just don't be like, hey, you understand Daniel's the 11th chapter, sir? See? Do you understand Daniel's 11, the chapter? No, see? I'm not about to be like, well, verse 3 is talking about, like, you know, like,
That's right.
you don't do that. You don't cast your pearls before swine.
Most people don't even know Daniel's got an 11th chapter, man.
For real?
I mean, most people, yeah, they don't. I mean,
Wait, most what?
I say most people don't even know Daniel's got an 11th
Oh.
chapter. Man. They don't be reading, man.
I don't even think
They don't even know who Daniel is. Who's
That's what I was
Daniel?
saying. I don't even think they know the book of Daniel.
That's in the Bible? Nah. That was it on that, right? You were 38?
Con, you know, read it again.
Nah, that's the point. So here, yeah, we're gonna be interrupted by this madness coming up. This promotion of whoredoms.
Hey, another prime example of, hey, why this place gotta be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen in the kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen in our kingdom.
That ain't gonna be in the kingdom. You're gonna have women wanting to murder their children.
We gonna be fruitful and multiply.
I got something
right.
regarding that. This is the book of Isaiah 5 and 20.
Get that scripture. Be fruitful, yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah 5 and 20. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Right, they calling this good. You know, having the opportunity, to off your own, child. But and they calling this good.
Get Exodus 20. Thou shalt not kill. But get that, Yaquan.
The Genesis?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it right here.
God didn't say be fruitful and kill your children. God said be fruitful and multiply.
I got you right here. This is Genesis 1 and 28. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. And
Be fruitful and what?
And multiply.
You know what multiply means? All right. It's you're increasing. You're not decreasing. You're not subtracting. All right. So if you have 1, you turn 1 into 2, 2 into 4. That's multiplying. Like Bebe's kids.
Once again,
Y'all know Bebe? Y'all seen the Bebe kids?
It's been a while.
that's the
You seen it?
The new ones?
No, I'm talking about the movie, the Bebe kids.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Man, these little young Thundercats.
But no.
But in the movie Bebe Kids, the little baby says, we don't die, we multiply. You know? And that's how the Lord wanted it to be.
That's right.
What is this shit?
And once again, something that the Lord created to be beautiful. All right, work in perfect harmony. Hey, they turn into something evil, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole process that comes with conception, man. All right, here it is in the middle of that process. You want to go in and cut it off, man.
As the brother Yasharala was doing it to you, man, just keep your legs closed.
That's right.
Yeah, if you keep your legs closed, we won't have to worry about this shit.
I'm reading that precept while you record.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Genesis 1 and 28. It says, and God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth.
You see, I bet you any money you got more than likely McDonald's, Pepsi, Coca-Cola pushing these agendas so they can add that fetus, what's it called? It's like a flavoring. It's a aborted fetus cell flavorings for your Coca-Cola, for your Pepsi, for your McDonald's. These are the whores of America. All right, thou shalt not have your daughter be a whore. This is what whoredoms promote. They promote murder. Hey, read that Exodus.
Exodus 20.
My body, my choice.
Exodus 20, where it says, "Thou shalt not kill."
My choice.
This is the book of Exodus 20.
And mind you, look, all these bitches are fat and ugly. Who the fuck want to fuck these hoes anyways? I said all these bitches are fat, overweight. Like, who wants to fuck these bitches? Like, nobody even wants to be with these whores. It's always fat, ugly bitches.
This is the book of Exodus 20 and 13. It says, "Thou shalt not kill."
Thou shalt not what?
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not what?
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill.
But look at these whores. I'm gonna call y'all what y'all are. All right? Bunch of murderers.
I mean, based off these people's logic, if somebody get murdered in the street,
Oh, hold on. If a woman that's pregnant, a woman could be pregnant. And if somebody murders that pregnant woman, it's double murder. All right? But if, so you can get held with 2 counts of murder. One for the woman and one for her unborn child. But here it is, the woman can go into a clinic, kill her own child, and not get convicted for murder. That shit makes absolutely no sense. Look at this dude, he's a simp. That dude, any males amongst this crowd is a fucking simp. You're a beta. And get the shit out of here. You know, hold on, now there's still some more folly going on. Go ahead.
This is Leviticus 19 and verse 29. It says, "Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness."
And that's what you see here in America. What are they talking about? Oh, woman.
That's a trans woman. I guess
Nah, we don't give a fuck about that.
right. You know what I'm saying?
So that's a transformer who got murdered.
Right.
16-year-old killed by police for removing. Oh, she removed her head covering. Well, that's another one. Well, that's good. They doing what they supposed to. You see, those Islam dudes over there, they don't want that shit in their land. So they gonna put your ass to death
Put you right together.
if you try to get out of line, which that's a good thing.
That's right.
When you put people to death, it puts fear in the people, so they know, not to do these things. That's why the Lord established these things.
And the scripture we just read now in Leviticus, it says, "Lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness," man.
And I claim that fucking Edomite putting that camera in our face. Fucking fat fuck.
That's right.
I'm getting pissed now. That shit just fucking pissed me off. Salaki, go ahead.
Nah, because even in the book of Esther, man, when the queen had refused to hearken to what the king's commandment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hey, what happened, man? Hey, he basically dethroned her, man. Like he basically, hey, he removed her, and then he put up who was it, Esther? Yeah.
Was it? That's talking about Esther, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
The book of Esther.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the men, because the men told I think it was Artaxerxes, no, Azarias. Okay, they told him get the account.
Yeah,
it says where it should be like the 1st or 2nd chapter where it says our women are gonna start acting unruly.
Yeah, that was the point. Yeah, I got you.
So shit, hey, Ishmael don't want his bitches acting like the women in America. they'll put their women in line over there. But over here, these women come here so they could be whores, because it's allowed. Look at, she shaking her head, yes. That fat, ugly ass bitch.
Con, it was also saying, just to tell you how out of control this is, they said it's like a pandemic, as far as chlamydia, STDs.
Women are the ones spreading it.
I got you.
See, they're laughing because they know it's true. Go ahead.
This is Esther 1 and verse 15. It says, "What shall we do unto Queen Vashti according to the law? Because she have not performed the commandment of the king Azarias by the chamberlains."
If I'm not mistaken, that's Xerxes from 300. You know how he came down.
It says, "And Mimikan answered before the king and the princess, Vashti the queen have not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes and to all the people that are in the provinces of the kings Azarias. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes, when it shall be reported, the king Azarias commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and of Media say this day unto all the king's princes, we have heard the deed of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath."
So more than likely, Ashuriah, or I keep my, what's his name again? How you pronounce it? Ashuriah, the king.
It's
Ashurias, right? He was Elam. What you would call the East Indians, all right? He was a Elamite, right? And then the Medes as well, because it was a Medo-Persian. So you had Japheth there too, So they're like, man, look, which Japheth will be your like your islanders and shit. They were like, look, man, like this shit is gonna fuck up our women and make our women be disrespectful like her, So Esau knows that. Esau's like, well, if we can get these women out of line, and not obey and disrespect their husbands, then the ordinance, the order that God set up will be out of order. Now you got women trying to rule over men, all right, and do all this goofball shit that we just seen.
This is the book of Jeremiah 31 and 22.
But wasn't there some more in there where it says, read that last part you read and see what the next verse says.
It says back in Esther 1 and verse 19. I'm gonna read the last verse. Verse 18.
This is a false image. This is a false image. Are you surprised at it? No, the image of a white Jesus. We put horns on it because it's a lie. Darker? So you'll agree that this is a lie? That image that's promoted here in America? Well,
yeah.
Okay.
But Jesus is not.
No, we know that.
Oh, okay. Well,
He looked more
it's
like
not
that.
good.
That's how the Bible describes
Yes.
him.
But
Dark,
it's
white,
really-
woolly hair.
Have you been there?
Been where?
Have you been there? The Middle East?
No, in my past lifetime.
Yeah. Southern Israel, my countries around there. I found a whole lot of white folks.
But see, there you have it.
That's right.
Yeah, see, she
That's
told
how
it
you
like
gotta
it
do
is. She might, we don't know. She looked like an Edomite, but she even said it, that this is a lie. Because when she walked by, her jaw dropped that we had this image, And she agreed that, give me that. She agreed that this is accurate. That was just a little side deal. But yeah, go ahead, Salakia.
I'm gonna read verse 18 again back in Esther 1. It says, Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes, we have heard the deed of the queen. Thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and Medes.
So there was a commandment given for these women to be in order under their men. Go ahead.
It says that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before King Azarias, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
Yup.
It says, and when the king's decree which he shall make shall be public throughout all his empire, for it is great. It says, all the wives shall give to their husbands honors, both small and great.
So the women are supposed to honor their husbands, both small and great. All right? Not, oh, you broke, I'm gonna go to the next dude. No, you're supposed to be with your man. All right? So they understood those things.
I got something for you real quick, y'all. This is the book of Jeremiah 31, 22. It says, how long would thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
You're the devil. Stupid ass Edomite.
This is the book of Jeremiah 31 and 22. It says, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall surpass a man. Right? The woman in society got more rights than the so-called man, because if a woman take a man to court about anything, 9.5 times out of 10, you know, they're going to win that case.
Or they could lie about the
Lie
damn
about
thing.
the case, yep.
That's right. We keep going. Let me keep going. Well, it's only like
That was it on that, right?
Okay, yeah.
That was the point. Basically, they didn't want that to be known. They wanted it to be known. Look, make a decree or a commandment where he sent out the letters to everybody to let them know what this bitch was going off, and for her doing that, she's gonna get replaced. And you women are supposed to be in order under your husband, whether he's a great man or a small man, a poor man, or whatever position he was. You're supposed to honor your husband.
Look, I could read the last two. It's only two more in this chapter. It says, verse 21, back in Esther 1. And the same pleased the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Memucan. It says, for he sent letters into all the king's provinces, and to every province according to the right thereof, and to every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house, and that it should be published according to the language of every people.
Not my God.
Right, you hear the damn woman come at you with that excuse. Come at you with that.
I got it.
See, that's why they don't like the Bible.
That's right.
You know, they don't like those. They don't like these parts of the Bible. Are you really? Excuse me. Are you willing to do that? You know, and they'll be all with the neck and shit all. You know. Yeah, the promotional whoredoms went down that way.
This is the book of
She's going to go join them. She's all smiling and shit. She's laughing because she knows it's true. She laughed at it.
God,
This is the book of Sirach 25 and 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman's liberty to gad abroad. You know, they're supposed to be on subjection to their husband. You know, they're supposed to be serving their husband at the end of the day. You know, they're not supposed to be out here just walking freely. You know, doing what they want to do. You know.
Right. Let 911 get taken away. Let the blackouts happen. You ain't gonna see women walking out in the streets by themselves.
Right.
They're gonna get ravished. Ain't gonna be no 911. Okay, we're sending somebody out. As a matter of fact, Yahoo had an article that says Chicago is basically pushing the purge law. All right, get ready for January 1st. All right, get ready January 1st. All right, you're gonna have people acting a fool January 1st. You're gonna have second-degree murder. You get to just get booked and then released, no bond. So motherfuckers gonna be doing all stealing, breaking into shit. They're not gonna be giving a fuck. Somebody could break in your crib, and the cops ain't gonna come for that, for trespassing. You're gonna have to fend for yourself. So all of this liberty gadding abroad. All right, women in the ancient times, they didn't walk by themselves. All right, they had I forgot who it was where he I think it's in the Kings or something where he sent his wife somewhere, but he sent like his servants to go with her to protect her. I forget the name and stuff, but we didn't let our women just go and As a matter of fact, Moses had to defend the lady at the well because those men came up, to fuck with him, and he helped them water the flock. So so Moses was there to protect some women that were doing what their father sent them to go do. But it shows you that a female's vulnerable by herself.
That's right.
Or a group of women by themselves. Nah. Read that again.
You mind going to like 2:30?
Here, you want it? Here,
I want you to be in.
I will be on the camera.
This is the book of Sirach 25 and 25. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Right, like we was going into, a woman's supposed to be subject unto her husband. Women can't be out here just doing what they want to do.
Hey, are we not subjected to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? Same thing,
You just missed the whoredom protest, the abortion bullshit.
If anybody should have been aborted, it should have been them.
If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a deal of the course of her book. Right? Talking about these wicked women. If they not doing everything that you tell them, give her a deal of the course.
This is 1 Corinthians
Dark with espresso.
11 and 3, man, because the order is already
Black,
set.
double espresso.
All right? You got to follow protocol, man. This is 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. It says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh.
Come. Right, so it's order in this thing, man. In the natural household and in the spiritual household. Because the brothers was going in talking about, if she go not as thy wilt, cut her off from thy flesh. Well, what the hell you think happened to Israel? All right, in Isaiah the 54th chapter, I believe Yahweh said I would turn my back for a little moment. All right? The Lord cut us off, man. And who brought us back together, man? Hamashiach, the mediator. Go ahead.
Just going and touching upon order. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, 11 and 3. It says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. Or it's just established order, Something that, this society don't uphold, which is order.
Especially over here in Babylon the Great. At least somewhere in the Middle East, some of their women are out of order, but 85% of them, they still keep the old customs because they get that from Abraham, man. But you get over here to the West, Babylon the Great, that's why all these nations are running mad. Everything is out of fucking order, man. And especially these fucking households, right? When we get to the kingdom of heaven, this shit is gonna be in order, man. These women ain't gonna be out of pocket. All right, they're gonna be right where they belong, and they're gonna be living it up, man. Royal. All right? Go ahead.
So it's gonna be a joy, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? Because on this side, you know what I'm saying, you women look at being, submissive to your man as some type of slave, as some type
right,
of
what does woman mean?
Right, female service. But like the brothers going to, you're gonna understand that role is a beautiful role to play, man. All right, you know what I'm saying, to actually serve your husband, man. All right, know what he likes, man. Know what soothes him, man. All right. Actually,
right, you're supposed to be a comfort to your damn husband, not a fucking dragon, man.
That's right, and actually fulfilling your role, man. All right, fulfilling what makes you you, man. All right, because as a female, that's what you're supposed to do, man.
But
right?
Babylon done tainted everything. They want you women to go out and get a career.
Yeah.
All right, do this, do that, run the streets, not be at home, do as thy wilt. Then when you get fucking 45, you high risk for pregnancy, man. Now you can't have fucking kids, man. That was a whole fucking vibration that Esau Edom pushed. Right? When you young, hey, the Lord said be fruitful and multiply, man. Right? Not fucking keep it to yourself. All right? And then not only that, you fucking playing the harlot with especially when these women get in these industries, man. Especially women that travel a lot. They be getting fucking down, man, because they got the freedom to, man. But they going to fuck off. Go ahead.
I got something.
Yeah, real quick. This 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. It says, let all things be done decently and in order. You know? According to what order? The order that's established through these scriptures, man. All right? Through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Like the brother was getting to, man. All right? You go down all these different avenues, and then at the end, you end up feeling unfulfilled and miserable, man.
Miserable.
Used and abused, man.
Miserable, man. Now you fucking 45 and you lonely.
Right.
Oh, you're 50 years old and you want to settle down. Bitch, you used up.
Nah,
All right?
no good men.
Hey, crazy thing about it, they say women are the freest they have ever been, but they're the most depressed, the most suicidal they have
Killing
ever
their
been.
goddamn babies, all types of shit, man.
I got something real quick. This is the book of 1 Corinthians 11 and 9. It says, neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
Right.
And that's simple. As the, you going to the etymology, woman was created to serve man.
Right.
No.
Now, nevertheless, I don't know if that the scriptures say that the man needs a woman or a woman a man. It's written in a certain place. I'm going to say it like that. Because,
yeah, it's like it's right
go
here.
ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians 11 and 8. It says, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. It's like
no, it's all right. Go ahead. Hello, clan. For the Israelites. Do you know who the true Israelites are? What country are you from? Iraq? Babylon, right? Ancient Babylon, right?
Yeah.
So, in the ancient days, Paleo days, you had Israelites. Ishmael, you had Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, men of that caliber, right? Now, out of Jacob came what? The 12 tribes of Israel, right? Not those Jewish people you have over there in the land of Israel today. They're phony counterparts. Those are not the real people. Matter of fact, where's it at? Right, you'll see Ishmael, Aram, which is the Syrians, Ashur, the Assyrians, Elam, which is the Indians. All right, matter of fact, who was Iran? Iran recently changed their name to Iran in the 1950s, but before then they were called what? The Persians, all right? But on this side, who was the Israelites? This was the people that lost their identity and their heritage. It was stolen from them. Then you had somebody come over there, what'd you call it, the 1948ers, that stole that land, that split Palestine and claimed it for themselves. That land was never theirs. That land is ours. According to the blessings and curses, the Israelites came over to America on slave ships. Who on planet Earth have been treated like these people? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Hey, we got slavery signs. This never happened to the Arabs. This haven't happened to the Chinese man. Not even the so-called African man, because little do people know we're not African. Although we dwelled on the west coast of Africa, that didn't mean that we were from that land. So what happened in 70 AD, right, after the Roman persecution, we fled Israel and we went into the interiors of Africa. That's where we dwelt amongst other dark-skinned people. Because if I go to China, I can find a China man darker than me, honestly, or an Indian man darker than me. So just because you're so-called dark-skinned doesn't mean you're of the same nation, you know? So the whole point of us coming out here is to wake up our people, to let them know who we are, because we're not African-American, we're not black. You go to any other country on planet Earth, like you said you were... Right, but I don't have a black rack or the land of the black. We don't have a country. So who are we? We're the Israelites, all right? And that name was named after us, Israel. But like I said, that land and our identity have been stolen for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And now we're waking up our people to let them know who they really are, because we are the chosen people of the Most High. Even your top Jewish scholars know that we're the true Israelites. But our people have been brainwashed, put in captivity, and fucked up as a nation. We don't know who the hell we are now, man. Especially when you talk about being put on drugs and being put in the ghettos and all the high crime rates. This is all we know. So we're out here to wake up our people, basically. Oh, I see you got some Yiddish written on your shirt as well. I know. Yeah, we got you. You got YouTube, right?
Yeah,
I'll tell them where to go. Go to
Yeah.
YouTube.
Give them my page out. Concubine.
Put a GMS. Yeah. And then put a space. And then it's SHAPATYAH. It should show it should pop up us being live right now.
You can
That's this
comment.
man's channel.
If you need any other information, like we'll send you, like from the comment board, we'll send you other videos of different elders and different camps that preach the same thing we preach.
Thanks for taking the time to.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Also, I don't know if you're recording or not, but like I don't want to be close to it. Are you on live?
Yeah, but it's not on you.
Okay, you have me interfered.
No, it's not on you at all. It's on you. Oh no, he's not recording either. He's reading.
Have a good day.
All right, you too.
But for edification's sake, I'm gonna just jump into the curses.
It's the dumbest thing you say, not to be recorded, but walk up to a camera. You got a whole mask on your face too.
28 and 15. It says, "But it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the Lord." Matter of fact,
This shit is fucking.
let me start at 28. This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 1. It says, "It shall come to pass if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power to observe to do all his commandments, which I command you this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all nations on the earth."
Me
Right,
too.
so we hearken diligently to the Lord. We're going to receive those blessings.
Right.
But going to 15, this is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 15. "But it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power
You
to
got
observe to
that
do all his
century, right?
commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee."
It's lucky my ass be forgetting.
Verse 16, "Cursed shalt thou be in the city,
That's a
cursed shalt thou be in the
descendant
field."
of oppressed, white,
Right, if you go to any ghetto that Jake is currently in, of the so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, they're living in the worst types of conditions
yeah.
possible. They're drug infested. If you go into the reservations, Gad don't even have good water to drink.
They don't have running water
Running water, right,
to
running
wash
water
their
to
ass
drink.
with.
You got the so-called Hispanics, always being scrutinized by the police officers, by these Edomites, this is their land that we're currently on right now,
Yeah, this damn Edomite done stole it and claimed it his and called the Latinos fucking immigrants. When
Right.
Esau Edom is the biggest vagabond, the biggest immigrant known to planet Earth, man. You so-called white people. Hey, what's your origin story? Well, let's go back to the Caucasus Mountains, man. Matter of fact, let's go back to Mount Petra, man.
Mount Sierra.
Mount Setra. My dumb ass. Mount Sierra, man. All right? Fucking cavemen. All right? The basis of all man on planet Earth now is ruling the world, man. Okay?
And saying that we're base men.
Right, we're
Saying
savages.
Now we're we're him now, and he's us.
That's absolutely ludicrous, man.
I got something.
But just like Nebuchadnezzar, Esau Edom is a spiritual version of Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar was the ruler of a great land for, matter of fact, the known world for that period of time, which was Babylon, right? And the Lord turned him basically into an animal. Same thing in Esau Edom. He's a fucking animal that fucking rules the world, man. Less than an animal, honestly. Go ahead.
It's the book of Job 9 and 24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?"
Right, and who's the true judges of the earth? Israel. He's a prince with power, man. Now who do you have in rulership? Esau Edom. But guess what? That's good. Because it says when Esau is ruling, that's the end of the world. That's how we know that this is it. All right? That's how we fucking know this is it. Go ahead.
It says, If not, who is he? Right. If the so-called white man is not doing all these things, who is he? You know, he's controlling.
Right.
He's controlling the whole earth right now. You know, he controls every. You know, he controls. You know what you watch, what you eat. You know what you take in.
Yep.
You know, he
Hey.
controls all this.
In the curses says you got to go to this man for all the wants of everything, man. Check your cable, got to go to Esau. Internet, got to go to Esau. Your
The
food,
grocery store.
Yep, got to go to Esau. Bank, got to go to Esau, man.
Draws,
You want a
clothes.
fucking loan for your own business? Got to go to Esau, man.
That's even if they give you that.
Right.
They'll give you student debt before that.
Just to basically show you, since the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, we're under this man's rule right now. What's that? Baruch 3. Let me actually get that real quick. This is Baruch 3 and This is the book of Baruch 3 and 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, when thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power." Right, we are yet this day in our captivity. How do we know that? When you're born, you're given a social security number. You're given a birth certificate. So basically, when you're born, you're owned by the elites of this society.
And you pay taxes.
You pay taxes.
You pay a tax for everything you do, man.
Like if you buy a house, if you own a car or anything like that, you got to pay a car note. You got to pay mortgage.
You got to register your vehicle. So really, when you register your vehicle, you're giving it over to the state. In reality, shit, you don't really have to do that. Esau, what do they call them? Sovereign citizens. They understand certain laws, the freedom, the right to travel, pursue the happiness and all that shit. They know how to work that system, but for us, nope. We got to pay that shit up. If not, it gets taken away and you get thrown in jail. You got to have a whole crib paid off for. You pay for the whole crib, but you got to still pay taxes on it. You don't own the land. You don't have the deed to the land. And I was watching this one guy on TikTok. He was like, "How is land? It doesn't make sense. Why do you have to pay to live on land? Land already existed. So who was the one saying you gotta pay to live on this piece? Who are you to tell another man you have to pay to live right here on this piece of land? And you didn't make the land. The land, Genesis, the first chapter, that's how the land was made. You don't have the angels or Yahushai or Yahweh saying, "No, y'all gotta pay me this many shekels to live on my land." That's really, the earth is Yahushai's. Yahushai ain't, charging us to live on his land.
And you gotta pay the people gotta pay a water bill, a water and gas.
Water, water's supposed to be free. They got your ass paying for something God made for us for free. Well, they gonna have air next? You gotta pay for air and shit. Well, they got carbon taxes for the companies, but this is complete madness. Got to pay for water and land to live on. That's ridiculous. Go ahead.
Was it to that?
Yeah,
I got one pipe for it, I got one to bag it up. It's 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows."
Yep.
All right, so hey, that's what we're looking forward to, man. All right, so that's why it's a beautiful thing. All right, that we in the times we in now, because we understand that this is it, man. All right, this is it, man. All right, after this, it's gonna be we're gonna be in the kingdom, man. It's gonna be reign in righteousness and in peace, man.
It's gonna be Jacob's world. If y'all seen the movie Aladdin, right? The one chick, the Princess Jasmine, she was kept locked in. The Sultan had her like, you can't leave the palace. But what did Aladdin do? He took her out of that world, and what she say? A whole new world. He was showing her the other parts of the world and shit. He took her through the things. He was showing her another world, which Esau's world is going to be destroyed, and our world is going to come right behind that, our kingdom.
Right, just like the original, the original Planet of the Apes. When Esau thought he was on another planet.
Yeah,
He seen the Empire, the Statue
The
of
Lady Liberty.
Yeah, the Statue of Liberty, and Esau depicts it in his movies. If you really have a spiritual eye, you will know that the apes was the Israelites. You can read,
Yep.
you can read that second.
To him, that was a whole new world.
whole new
He
world,
seen
yep.
his world change.
Yep.
You know?
I got you. Same verse?
He was like, God damn you! He said some shit
They
like
blew
that.
it up.
He's like, God damn you!
Second there's 6.
To hell! He said something. I haven't seen that shit in a long ass time, but he was mad as hell.
Alright. In second Ezra 6, verse 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
Right, they depicted in your movies. Like we just quoted Planet of the Apes. The original Planet of the Apes. Esau started Statue of Liberty, started this place was destroyed, and he saw that the apes was in rulership. If you have a spiritual eye, you'll know those are the Israelites.
That's right.
Yup. The one with Mark Wahlberg, you seen that one?
Are you talking about the new ones? Or?
Yeah. Well, it's like before they made the new ones, it was a spin-off with Mark Wahlberg where when he came back, all the apes like were police and shit, and they're like freeze, and all the apes were like the cops and the presidents and all of that shit. Like one of the bad ape in the movie was fucking Abraham Lincoln and shit sitting in the chair, and he's like, what the hell? That was a new world in him. Cause what? Cause now your ass, the damn Negro, and we're the rulers basically.
I got something real quick. You got something?
You got it.
This is the book of Psalms 49 and 11. It says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Right. This is the man of the self-proclaimed white man. That his kingdom is going to go on forever. That this place is not going to go down. But it's prophesied that America is going to be destroyed.
That's right. I got one back, bro. This is
Wait, was that it on that? Because I think it says they pass their substance on to their babes. What verse did you stop at? 11. It says, nah, that's it on that.
okay. This Sirach chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. All right, it just goes to show you. All right, the influence, man. All right, hey, and we can basically put that in today's times, man. All right, and we just seen a whole a whole little parade, that we was live streaming earlier. We seen a whole little parade walk past. Well, hey, you got guys in high positions in this place. You know what I'm saying? Senates and guys of high authority in this place that's with that, man. That's moles, that's maggots, man. All right, that's sitting in high positions of power, man. Showing, basically showing these people, you know what I'm saying? An example, man. Speaking of it, you got two right there. You know what I'm saying? Showing these people an example how to be, man. All right, then we already know Esau, his characteristics traits. And that's the same characteristic trait that's rubbed off on the whole world, man. A rebellious, do as thou wilt, spirit, man. All right.
Yeah, because when Solomon was ruling, it was peace.
Yeah.
40 years of peace. But then wicked gets in rulership, all shit goes to hell.
That's right.
All fucking,
Iniquity.
all his witchcraft and his philosophies and stuff. Look at the people now. Instead of living in peace, people are living out of order.
God knows. It says, verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right, these people are destroyed, man, mentally, physically, spiritually. That's a nice claim. You know what I'm saying? For you already claimed it. But hey, these people destroyed it, man. All right, that's why we yearn, all right, for the kingdom of Yasharallah. The scripture even tells you in Romans, it says the earnest expectation of the creature is for the sons of men to be revealed, man. So these people want something different, man. They want something new. Everybody, everybody would tell you that, you know, this place is corrupt, man. I mean, they just think this is life, man, but this is not life, man. All right, and real life and real peace is coming, man. All right. But this is verse 4, which is the point. It says, the power of the earth is in the hands of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Ooh.
All right, that's what's gonna come, man. The end of Esau world is the beginning of Jacob's, man. All right, you know, hey, it's not like some of you people think the world is gonna be destroyed. That's the end of civilization, the end of humans as you know it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you know, the earth gonna be destroyed. You know, all that. You know, nah, man. Hey, it's just this present kingdom is gonna be destroyed. Man. All right, this present heaven, which is Esau's heaven, is gonna be destroyed. All right, and the kingdom of Yasharala is going to be established.
That's right.
I got something back to go. This is the book of Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Right, when the righteous are in authority, you know, that righteous, you know, authority is soon to come on the planet Earth. You know, starting with, you know, your Yahushua, you know, you're going to have King David. You know, you're going to have the 144,000. You're going to have the 1/3. You're going to have the righteous, ruling in righteousness. And it says, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Right, we have the wicked bear rule right now. We read Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You know, and everybody in this society, you know, is
Right.
corrupt.
We just seen a whole bunch of whores mourning about abortion. Just fucking close your legs. Problem solved.
Right.
Yeah, I said it, and it's the truth, and you know it's the truth. Place promotes nothing but fucking whoredoms. Go ahead.
You know, listen to that?
Yeah, that was
You seen them over there, those Edomites?
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, did he say that? They kind of gave each other that, but they know it's true though.
Right.
They gave that to that look like, well, shit, he is fucking right, but they laughed at it.
The thing about it, you know, nobody is, you know, holding these people accountable, so they feel like they can do it, keep doing it until, you know, because what? They're not being held, you know, to a standard.
Right, because in our kingdom, we're gonna hold all of these people accountable to their wickedness. Well, the Israelites aren't gonna be on that, no, because we're gonna be under the second covenant. All right, but let me see that. Let me get sweet Jesus. Let me get Jesus. All right, we're gonna but the heathens, y'all gonna have to get in line. What happened? Oh, so we about to lose power in the camera. We'll just go into the camera die. We almost we get ready to wrap it up in a bit. But this kingdom, the world to come, is going to be an everlasting kingdom. All right, it's going to be role reversal. What they did to us, all right, we're going to do to them, according to the scriptures.
Okay.
All right.
I got you. This is Revelations, chapter 13, and verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's the Bible your preachers ain't, that's the verse your preachers ain't gonna read to you in the church. All right, Pastor Porkchop ain't gonna read that to you. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. What does that mean? That means the nation who put another nation into captivity, y'all ass is going right into captivity. Which, hey, that goes into reincarnation too, you know? I didn't do that. It wasn't me. That was my forefathers, right? That's, well, we're going to have to put your ass into captivity because you are your forefathers.
That's right.
You know? Go ahead.
It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
I didn't kill with the sword. That was dumb. So what? We got to go dig up all those dead slave masters' bones and resurrect them and put them in captivity? No. Y'all already came back. Y'all back today.
Just to further prove, you know, they are their forefathers. You know, I believe it's in Revelations where, you know, it says, you know, even those that pierce me.
Yup. Yup.
It says, here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
This is the patience and the faith of the who? The
Saints.
So the saints in the Bible want to put the people who put them in slavery, they're going to put those people in slavery. Does that sound like the Bible?
Revelations 13, brother.
Exactly.
I got something real quick. This is the book of Psalms. This is the book of Psalms 149:7. It says to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people. Verse 8, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Right, and that's the same scripture that Nat Turner went up. You know, if you anything, you know, we watch Birth of a Nation or anything like that, you know, Nat Turner knew what it was. You know, it says what? To bind up their king with chains.
He said he had a spiritual intervention that the Most High was telling him to do it, man. So he knew what was up. And this was one of the most famous scriptures he quoted. All right? But guess what? That's going to happen. Hey, matter of fact, you know, they say all the Edom is done away with, right? Well, when did King David do this to the other nations? When did King David go across the whole world and bind all the other nation kings up and put them in fetters of iron? When did the saints sing upon their bed? This was a future prophecy that was going to happen, man. All right? So vocab, or should I call him Haman? All right?
Cristobal Vocab
Yeah, right.
Malone.
That's exactly who that nigga is. You're going into slavery.
Cristobal Malone.
You better pray and hope to the Most High that you Israelite. I hope you ain't.
I hope you ain't.
Because I'm telling you, you're going to have 144,000, oh shit, 144,000 times two, because I'm putting both of my feet up your ass. You're going to have a lot of fucking feet up
Sideways.
your ass, man.
Shine that bitch up real nice. Turn that so bitch sideways.
Right. Go ahead.
Listen to that. I got it. It's Isaiah 33 and verse 1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dwellest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. You know? And that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen, man. Alright? You know, and the scripture says it is a righteous thing with the Lord.
To recompense them that trouble you. Grab that, man.
That's right. That's
The big payback.
Revenge. I need some.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians 1:6. It says, sing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
That's not
who's
the Bible.
Who troubled us? Well, hey, Psalms the 83rd chapter. We ain't got to read it. They
Yup.
can read it. Psalms the 83rd chapter. What's that? Is that Maccabees that says,
What nation have not had a part?
Yep, exactly. So all you other fucking nations are guilty for what happened to Israel. Every last one of them. All right? And you're going to pay dearly for it, man.
That's right.
Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Isaiah the 14th chapter. You got claim that, motherfucker. You guys going to become captives who captives we were. All right? But even he had to turn around for that shit.
God, dude.
That's a blue globe. Shit.
I got something real quick. This is the book of Deuteronomy 30:7. It says, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So everything that we going through, they're going to go through at times, times 1 million.
Hey, real quick. Lamentations, the first chapter, like the 26th verse.
This is Lamentations 1 and 26. It says, it's like, it only go to 22.
Oh, it's the last couple verses. Go ahead.
Verse 21. This is Lamentations 1 and 21. It says, they have heard that I sigh. There is none to comfort me.
Are we not crying inside? Go ahead.
As all my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it.
They said, surely this is the day we look for. And that's Lamentations 2 and 15. Go ahead.
It says, thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me.
Right, they're going to be like unto us. So the same thing Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans went through by the hands of the so-called white man, the same thing is going to happen to you fucking heathens, man.
That's
especially
right.
the so-called white man, you fucking Edomites, man. All right? Putting us on slave ships like sardines, all right? Piss, shit, death all around us. All right? You guys are going to suffer the same fate, but a lot worse, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, let all their wickedness come before me, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me for all my transgressions.
Right. So Jeremiah said in prayer, he said, do unto them as you have done unto us. Now, whether it be slave ships or whatnot, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai,
Shit.
hey, we're going to pack you niggas
Hey.
somewhat, man.
Hey, through the spirit, Yahweh Ratazah, We be those men. I'ma have their ass build them boats up. Build them boats up and make their ass take that trip.
That's right. Build your own coffin to lay in.
Right.
I got something.
Like the mafia and shit, make you dig your own grave.
Yeah.
We're gonna make you build them boats up. We're gonna put your ass in slavery like you did to our people.
This is the book of Job.
It's just a little bit more to this verse. It says, "As thou hast done it to me for all my transgressions, but my sides are many and my heart is faint." No.
This is the book of Joel 3 and 7. I'm gonna just jump into the point. It says, "Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and I will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to the people far off, for the Lord has spoken." Right, so you put us in captivity. It's gonna, as the scripture say, you're gonna be a recompense upon your own head. So everything that you did unto us is gonna be done unto you. What I read back in what was that? 37. Curses shall come upon our enemies.
That's right. And scripture says that all these curses, right, shall go from off you and go on thy enemies. Perfectly prepared. And that's what's gonna happen, man. Hey, the script, I'm gonna just grab it real quick.
Yeah, because it's not gonna be an easy 1,000 years for you heathens, man. Time is going by fast for us right now because we're approaching the end of this society, but time is gonna go by real slow for you. It's gonna be a long 1,000 years for you devils.
That's right. This is Lamentations 4 and 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, and thou
Right, which is Babylon the Great. All right, go ahead.
and thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked."
And to prove that, hold on. You keep on with that. Get that Psalms, I believe it's 137, where it says the daughter of Babylon then said Edom. I believe it's 137.
Happy shall he be.
Yup. Finish that, Cloud. Just to prove that Esau and Babylon the Great, the land of Uz, right? The land of Uz you find in Babylon, just to prove that they're synonymous with each other. Go ahead.
Verse 22. It says, "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins." Hey, so like the brothers get it to, man. Hey, Esau, Edom, hey, your
I'm gonna go
debt
back
is
and
gonna
look,
have
'cause
to
it's
be
like
paid,
green
man.
color,
The
look
same
the same
things
way.
that happen to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right? Really, for our iniquities, man. All right, as the scripture says,
Yeah, I was nuts at times.
we will bear the indignation of the Lord because we have sinned against him. So these things happen to us for our iniquities, but guess what, man? Hey, your iniquities will be found out as well. All right, you're not gonna get away with the atrocities.
That's Skeletor,
that you've been committing on this earth, for centuries, man.
This is the book of Psalms 137 and 7. It says, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom."
Whoa, it started with the children of Edom. It says Esau, the father of the Edomites. So this whole fucking nation, right? Go ahead.
"In the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof."
Right.
Oh,
And I believe we was going into the Babylonian captivity, I believe.
That's Obadiah.
No, this is Psalms.
Oh yeah. That's,
But when Esau cut
that's
us off,
the Babylonians.
yeah. Go ahead.
And it says, verse 8, "O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones."
Yes, little children, infants, toddlers,
I'm
adolescents, doesn't matter.
I mean, the Spaniards did it to the Taino Indians. When they grabbed the little children, they smashed their head against a rock.
I'm gonna take you little motherfuckers and break the home run record like fucking Judge. What's his name who just broke that shit? And just start smashing the shit out you motherfucking.
I smash.
Fucking. Hey, all you heathens for that fact, but especially Esau Edom, man. You got a lot of shit
Alligator
to pay for.
bait.
Yup. A lot of shit to pay for.
And we gonna need some
Motherfuckers that made
gators.
handbags out of, and Esau just made handbags and fucking leather boots out of our
Wallets,
skins, wallets.
belts.
They was eating on people.
Oh, there was I seen a video on TikTok. They bought this ancient chair, like from the slave
I seen
days,
that.
and it had slave
Yeah.
Negro hair in it for the cushion. It was all woolly hair inside the chair as cushioning.
Yeah, I claim.
Damn devil.
Man,
You goddamn devil.
That was the point on that.
Anything else? Well,
battery about to die anyways.
And so with that, we pray this was edifying. We say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Bob, Babal.
Abba, Babal.